I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm here to tell you the truth because I love people enough to say what most won't. Today, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me and my sisters, about who we are, about what we survived, about why I speak the way I speak. People see the man in front of them today, the runner, the speaker, the man who talks about healing, accountability, and choice. But they don't know where I came from or what me and my sisters walked through together. So let me tell you. I grew up in a home where childhood was replaced by survival, where fear lived in every room, where innocence was stolen long before we understood what innocent even meant. But I wasn't alone. There were four of us. Four children trying to endure the same pain, the same confusion, the same trauma. We learned fear before trust, pain before safety, survival before love. And even though we never said it out loud, we were all just holding on to one thing: hope. Hope kept us breathing. Hope kept us waiting for someone to come and save us. Hope kept us alive long enough to grow into the people we weren't allowed to be as children. We didn't know God yet, but He knew us. And now I understand that hope was Him. It was Him holding on to us when the world didn't. And fast forward, I carried that trauma into adulthood. For 35 years, alcohol became my escape, my numbing agent, my silence. I ran from mirrors, I ran from the truth, I ran from myself. And then came the moment that changed everything on December 2nd, 2019. And I walked into the bathroom, looked into the mirror, and for the first time in my life, I didn't run. I stared at myself, at the damage, the choices, the pain, and I finally said it. I ruined my life. That truth shattered me. And I collapsed onto the bathroom floor and I cried for over an hour. And not because I was weak, but because I finally accepted reality. That was the moment God could finally begin work on me. That was the night a friend handed me a Bible with my name engraved in it. And hope came back into my life. And the next day and over the week, I gave almost everything I owned away. My furniture, my belongings, everything except my clothes, my phone, my laptop, my nutrition book, and that Bible. Because I knew if I didn't walk away from the old life completely, it would drag me back completely. And I walked into detox with almost nothing except a decision. And somewhere in that transformation, God started forming the voice I have today. A voice grounded in Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, do not hold back. Lift up your voice like a trumpet, declare to my people their transgressions. And not to shame them, not to condemn them, but to wake them up. To pull them out, to remind them of who they are and who they can be. Because here's what I've learned. The system treats symptoms. God heals the roots. And the roots of addiction aren't substances. They're wounds. They're lies. They are trauma we never meant to carry. And you don't heal by numbing. We don't heal by escaping. We don't heal by medicating the pain without confronting the cause. You heal by choosing differently. You heal by rebuilding the mind. You heal by changing what you allow into your life. You heal by letting God rewrite the chapters trauma to try to destroy. So why do I speak the way I speak? Why do I push the buttons others avoid? Why do I rattle cages? Why do I hold people accountable? And why do I talk about choice like it's oxygen? Because I lived a life where choice felt impossible. Because my sisters lived it too. Because we grew up in silence, and I refuse to let anyone else stay silent. I don't speak to judge. I speak to free. I don't speak to tear people down. I speak to lift people up before the world buries them. And I don't speak out of anger. I speak out of love, real love. Love that tells the truth. Love that saves. Love that God rebuilt inside of me. Once you climb out of hell, you don't whisper to people who are still burning. You shout. You reach in with the same strength God gave you and we pull them out. One truth at a time. So today I leave you with this. Look in the mirror. Everything you want begins with a choice. Everything you fear can be changed with a choice. Everything you survived prepared you for a better choice. Healing is not a miracle. Healing is a decision. This is about choice, the gateway to healing. And it always will be.